A lakeshore flood warning in effect this morning. Clouds will give way to some sun. The high today 36. Patchy clouds tonight, low 25. Intervals of clouds and sun for tomorrow, the high 40. And then clouds and sun again on Wednesday, high 39. I'm Steve Williams on AM 560, The Answer.
29 at O'Hare. Next news, 7:30. Chicago's Morning Answer with Dan and Amy. Continue next on AM 560, The Answer.
This hourly segment is brought to you by the Alpha Wealth Group, bringing the trilogy of estate, tax, and investment planning together. Visit alphawealthgroup.com for a free report.
This is Chicago's Morning Answer with Dan Proft and Amy Jacobson on AM 560, The Answer.
Ding 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 ding.
Good morning, Cyber Monday, folks. Amy Jacobson here. Bruce Wolf in for Dan Proft this entire week. Well, until Thursday. Friday, you're leaving town.
Yes, I am. I'm a busy jet setter.
Where are you jet setting
Going to New York to babysit the grandchildren.
Really?
Yeah.
Good for you.
My son and his wife will have been married 10 years. Actually, they celebrated their 10th anniversary, and they're going on vacation. So we are going to be watching our grandchildren, and there's already a mile-long list on how exactly we're supposed to do. Plus, I think there's going to be video cameras installed to watch our every move if we play properly, because Papa Bruce has a tendency to fall asleep on the job. I'm the world's worst grandfather.
No, you're not.
Oh, yeah. I'm pretty bad.
How old are these kids that you're going to be
7 and 5, and they are the biggest sports fans in the world.
Oh, you're going to have a blast. That's a fun age.
I'm going to love that, because the 5-year-old, he was, for Thanksgiving, had to draw a turkey with feathers on it, and each feather you were supposed to put what you're grateful for. So what do you think he puts on there? Jets, Giants, Rangers, Yankees. Not mom, dad,
grandpa.
No. The sports teams.
That's adorable.
Yeah, that's what he's grateful for.
Well, Kim Fox is grateful for her job that she still has it, but wants another term as your Cook County State's Attorney. Here's her campaign ad. Did you see it, Bruce?
Did not.
Oh, it's beautiful. She rips on not only the FOP, but the NRA, and of course, the low-hanging fruit that is President Trump.
It's different now. But I grew up at Larrabee Division, better known as Cabrini Green. It's where I learned to be tough, to survive, overcame poverty and sexual assault. For years, the name Cabrini Green was synonymous with racism and poverty, and the towers were symbols for inequality and injustice in Chicago. Time passed, and the projects came down, but those problems haven't changed. Now new names symbolize injustice. Names like John Burge and Laquan McDonald. 4 years ago, I ran for state's attorney to change criminal justice in Cook County.
To let everybody out of
I'm
jail.
running again because we're only getting started. State's attorney is a tough job. Every day my office is under attack. From a president who uses our city as a punching bag. The NRA, hell-bent on letting guns flood our streets.
The NRA.
And the FOP, clinging to the old ways. They'll do anything to undercut progress, including attacking me personally over the Jussie Smollett case. Truth is, I didn't handle it well. I own that.
You suck. Now listen.
I'm making changes in my office to make sure we do better.
Yeah, make changes in your office, leave.
Yeah.
And after all that, I mean, she admitted that she handled the Jussie Smollett case wrong.
Did she live in the same apartment with Jane Byrne in Cabrini Green? I'm wondering.
One man who wants to unseat her is our good friend, former alderman of the 2nd Ward, which, by the way, 75% African-American, and he still won.
Wow.
So
because he is an African. He identifies as an African.
No, you stop it. Let's welcome back to the show and be nice to former Alderman Bob.
Why wouldn't I?
Fioretti. Good morning, Mr. Fioretti. How are you?
Morning. It's a great day today.
Yep.
Yes.
And happy belated Thanksgiving.
Thanks to both of all your families out there. Thank you very much, and it was a great Thanksgiving. So.
All right, so you've run for mayor twice. You also tried to unseat Cook County Board President Tony Preckwinkle. Why run for Kim Fox's seat?
Well, first of all, when somebody runs for office, it does take a lot of effort, a lot of work, and a lot of people behind you. When I was running for those offices, because really at the time nobody was raising the right issues, I ran against a corrupt political machine every time, and every time they've doubled up or tripled up their efforts to try to defeat me. The Democratic Party, the corrupt Democratic Party, from first time I even ran for alderman to the second time when I was fighting cancer, they have spent millions of dollars to defeat me. And this office is I'm an attorney. I've been an attorney for, I've always wanted to be an attorney. I think Kim Foxx has been an embarrassment, not only to the office, but to she has made Cook County the laughingstock not only of the nation but of the world in terms of her handling of the Jussie Smollett case, and her releasing of violent criminals. She's at war with our police department, and not just Chicago, but all of the police departments across this county. And we have 120, 130 different police departments. She coddles violent criminals. I see how she's treated the business owners. Shoplifters just walk away with thousands of dollars worth of merchandise, and they can't do anything. So,
well, have you ever? I want to talk to you about that. I mean, have you ever seen such an acrimonious relationship between the state's attorney's office and Chicago police? I mean, she even mentioned them in her campaign ad. She's virtually at war. She can now say, "Oh, it's just the FOP," but she is talking about all members of the Chicago Police Department who are out there every day, giving their lives and putting their lives on the line for us. Her work has just been a disaster in terms of what she has been talking about.
Well, it's reparations. She's a one-woman reparations crew. She's just trying to compensate for what happened to her in Cabrini Green when she lived with Jane Byrne or whatever.
I don't really understand her commercial because maybe good. That was 4 years ago. She could have used that line, but the office needs to have an understanding. She is part of law enforcement. That office is part of law enforcement. But when a complaint is filed, and let's not forget, it's just that office does not just deal with the criminal justice system. It deals with thousands of civil cases. It deals with every tax appeal that comes up that she routinely grants that goes through the system. It's time for somebody to fight back on behalf of the citizens and people of this county, and I'm going to do that on behalf of our folks.
Yeah, and in your campaign ad, you can talk about, because you grew up in the city. You grew up in Roseland in the Pullman district, correct?
Correct, and my folks weren't wealthy. They didn't. In fact, my dad was a working class. My dad was an immigrant. He came from this country. They tried to make the best for the four of us kids. And Roseland was a tough, scrappy neighborhood when I grew up, and it still is, as we all know. But the times have come that we need to have an understanding and bring people together, and I'm the one who can bring people together.
And what you need is the support from FOP. And what are you doing to get that?
I believe so, and the rank and file police officers, the sergeants, the lieutenants, all the way up and down. And we've got to remember we have, just like I said, 120 other suburbs, and each one of them has a police department. Yep. And we need to keep our communities safe and free from crime. And the way we've got to be tough, we've got to establish parameters on what we do out there. The law is the law. We're not there to change the law. Yes, a state's attorney and a police officer, they have discretion on what needs to be done, but we need to use that discretion wisely. The state's attorney is the most powerful office in the county. It's not like being mayor or a Cook County Board president where you can shift some monies around and do this. You are taking somebody's liberty and you're taking somebody's property away, and you have to use it the right way for everybody, because otherwise you come under attack. As she's saying, her office is under attack daily because she doesn't have the temperament, she doesn't have the legal knowledge, and she doesn't really understand what that office is about.
Well, I couldn't stand her when she was in the primary, And I forgot the name of the woman, Diane or somebody, who actually had some experience, and Kim Foxx doesn't have experience trying cases, for example. But she was a race baiter back then. I mean, Chicago knew that it was going to get an ideologue.
Well, what experience did she have? Was she ever a litigator in a courtroom?
No, she didn't do much of that. But it's not. She's an ideologue on top of that. That's even worse.
Well, she's handpicked by Tony Preckwinkle.
And this is what
she was
Chicago.
A puppet of Tony Preckwinkle. And she still is a puppet of Tony Preckwinkle. And that's where the fight begins and the fight ends. And we have to remember that as we go forward in this race.
Yeah, but
I'm going to be declaring today, and if I haven't declared it here on this office that I am running for this office today, it is a tough fight. But we've got to be very careful as we use the power of that office, and we have to use it wisely. And again, you have to understand the law. You have to have the temperament. And if you don't know what to do, you got to make sure you have a good staff surrounding you.
Well, I mean, the fact that she doesn't. I mean, she recused herself from the Jussie Smollett case, but gave it to one of her deputies. So that wasn't really a recusal, right?
No, it is not a recusal. Once you say I am recusing myself from a criminal case, a criminal investigation, that means the whole office has to.
Oh, the Jussie case was just symptomatic of what she's doing, daily with all these cases, and how she's easy on crime. She's the state's attorney. I mean, how about she acts like Kamala Harris did when Kamala Harris was actually in law enforcement? It's coming back to bite her now. See, they know better now. They know to be light on it. That's the rage.
And we have to have if people out there don't understand the law and they can game the system, then this is what we're going to get out there, and we're seeing it left and right. I'm glad that we're having a national decrease of violent crime, but still, in the city of Chicago, we've had over 2,550 people shot. This weekend, out of the last 5 years, this has been one. It ranks number 3 in terms of violent weekends for Thanksgiving weekend.
Really?
Let's quit kidding ourselves. We got to put violent criminals behind bars. There is the actual reason why people are being let out of jail is because the county doesn't know how to handle them. The sheriff's office is not handling them properly because they are getting pressure from the county board president. The same thing with whatever deal the chief judge cut with the county board president. It's all part of let's save money, and the only way we're going to save money is by letting the violent criminals out of jail with a no bond or an affordable money bond issue.
I don't know why she's complaining about Donald Trump. I'm sorry, Alderman. Because Trump signed legislation. He signed legislation allowing offenders out of jail. He signed criminal justice reform. What's she complaining about? I guess it's the straw man. When you're getting criticized for everything and how you handled the Jussie Smollett case, go ahead and dump on Trump. I get it. I get the strategy. But
we're not going to see him in your campaign ads, right?
No, you're not going to see him at all. The fight is not with Donald Trump. And it's an easy issue to jump on. But let's remember, we're dealing with the criminals on the street. If anybody feels safer than they were 4 years ago today, then I'd like to know who those people are, because it just doesn't happen. And people are out there. They're worried. I hear it wasn't until recently, and I've been every week I hear people saying they're leaving the city or leaving the county because of high taxes. It wasn't until recently on the north side that I was hearing from people that were telling me that they're leaving because of crime in their neighborhoods. And so something's wrong here, and we've got to fix it before we're just a vacant lot of the county of Cook.
Yeah, numbers don't lie. People are leaving Illinois and Cook County more than any other county and state. So
yeah, and when you hook it up with crime and what's happening, then you have to really be worried, because people want to protect their kids. One thing I saw when I was the alderman, and I gave a lot of commencement speeches both to universities and to high schools, and starting in 07 and 08, and a lot of the west side and south side schools that I gave commencement speeches, I noticed that the kids were all going out of state. And I talked to the parents, and I asked why. because they wanted to have jobs for the kids and they wanted their kids to be safe. This isn't something that just happened overnight. This has been a gradual movement of people out of this city and out of this state. And we've got to pull people back and show, Bruce, as you were saying, you're going to New York, but I think there's no comparison between this city and New York. This is a great city, and all the benefits should be for all the people. But we need to be safe. We need to be secure in our homes, and we can't have the violent criminals let out on the streets as they're awaiting trial.
All right. Well, when are you making your big announcement? What time and where?
Well,
not that we made the big announcement here on the show, but I'm saying when are you having a press conference?
As I've said, this is our fight, and I want everybody to join me. I'm giving it at the Billy Goat today at 10 o'clock, and this should be, if it's not, a great place for everybody to live.
All right. And where? What's your website that people can go to get more information?
BobForStatesAttorney.com.
Bob the number 4 or Bob 4? F-U-R.
Yeah.
Bob 4, State's Attorney?
F-O-R.
Okay, thank
F-O-R.
you. All right, thank you so much, Bob Fioretti,
Thank you, Bob.
former alderman, and now a candidate for the State's Attorney in Cook County. And he joined us on our turnkey.pro answer line.
The stories you need to know to start your day. This is Chicago's Morning Answer on AM 560. The Answer.
Are you looking for the perfect gift? I hope you'll check out Roland's Jewelers in downtown Libertyville. I love these guys. Mike Gallagher here at Roland's. Not only do they care about making America great again, they also care about making your holiday moments memorable. You know, buying jewelry is about trust. Roland's is the go-to place. You're going to see why when you visit RolandsJewelers.com or head to downtown Libertyville to work with them in person. It's no hassle. They'll show you pieces from the top designers, Simon G. with beautiful pendants. The Hearts on Fire diamond earrings are a great choice. Italian designer Roberto Coin's collection is gorgeous. Ken over at Roland's is offering up to $500 for AM 560 The Answer listeners. Not just for jewelry, but luxury timepieces, like the watch I wear from Roland's, Shinola, or Longines, or Tag Heuer. Your choice. Roland's Jewelers makes your gift giving easy. RolandsJewelers.com. Let them help you in-store in downtown Libertyville. Roland's Jewelers is a family-owned jeweler you can trust.
All right, it's officially the Christmas season, and you know what that means, that you won't be eating very healthy for the rest of 2019. And we all know that we aren't getting enough fruits and veggies in our diet at all of those holiday parties that you'll be attending.